So now in the second half, the wind will be behind Leicester. And so the second half just begun. No score, remember. Now it's Richie Norman. And up comes the poor Chalmers. Well, he got his pass through to number 11, Cheeseborough. Here comes McClintock. Riley. Blanchflower. Henry, who's played so superbly for Spurs this afternoon. Now it's Riley. Once again, it's Henry doing the intercepting. McIlmoyle. Across to Cheeseborough. Through to McIlmoyle. And it's a corner. Well, that sharp thrust almost caught Spurs napping, and listen to the Leicester fans. And up into the penalty area is coming the tall Leicester centre half, Ian King. There he is, number 5. Little White is trying to mark him. Bobby Smith has come back to help the Spurs defence. Norman to Jones. Free kick to Spurs. King caught by the speed of Jones, tripping Jones that time. Baker with a free kick. Blanchflower to Jones, number 7. Oh, and now Riley. 1, 2, 3 Leicester men against 3 outfield defenders of Spurs. And Ron Henry, indisputably the star of this Tottenham side, coming away now. Up to Smith. To White. And very rarely do we see Johnny White caught out like that. Keyworth. That's Dyson to Smith. And the foul. Foul by King. And it's the turn of the Tottenham fans to roar. Everyone has come back to pack the Leicester goal, with the exception of centre forward McIlmoyle. That's Baker and Richie Norman. Chalmers being helped up by Appleton, but not very well. It's Richie Norman now out to Walsh. Cheeseborough going away down the left wing. Kilmoyle to Appleton. Kilmoyle. And Blanchflower covering very well, and then tripped from behind by Walsh. That's certainly a very brave effort by Leicester City. That's Mackay. Jones. Oh, Spurs forward line in the middle. was obviously meant for a short one to White, and then the quick return for Jones to have a shot. Now, Keyworth to McClintock. Once again, the majestic Henry to Mackay. Allen. Smith waiting in the middle. Beautifully timed tackle by Keyworth. Corner to Spurs. Rather a tragedy for Leicester to have Keyworth playing wing half-back. He's such an expert goal snatcher. He's a great loss to the forwards. Now I notice Maurice Norman has come up into the penalty area. Mackay. Thanks out to Riley. 5 minutes of the second half gone, no score. McIlmoyle. Find Riley. Now Walsh to McIlmoyle, but the whistle's gone for a free kick, an indirect free kick. An indirect free kick for obstruction on Walsh. Tyson in the white shirt directing operation, and to take it is Riley. McIlmoyle, and the goal kick to Spurs. Walsh riding that tackle beautifully. And Norman to Dyson. Spurs throw. Allen back to Henry. Now Mackay. Dyson. White. Dyson, in moves Jones. He used his arm. Free kick to Leicester. Riley. Now McIlmoyle. Riley, the only Leicester-born player on the Leicester side, with the throw. White up to Dyson. The throw is Spurs. Kai into White. Right. Number 8, Walsh. To McClintock. Riley to McClintock. And once again, Henry, the master of the interception. He's got wonderful anticipation. White. Dyson. Richie Norman, number 3. Appleton to Cheeseborough. To Walsh, to Cheeseborough. And Cheeseborough almost rugby tackled out of that one. The offender, Peter Baker. So the free kick for Leicester being taken by the left half-back, Appleton. Smith, not seen much of Smith. He's got no change out of King at all in this match. There's King. Now Mackay. Dyson. That's a foul by Keyworth. Blanchflower with a free kick to Mackay. Appleton. Superb Leicester defence. That's Appleton again. Moving it forward for Walsh. The kill ball going quickly down the middle. And Norman hadn't been there to stop it. The kill ball would have been straight through. Very quick thinking by this young centre forward. Now Jones. And the linesman is flagging. Keyworth using his elbows on Cliff Jones, so it's a free kick, which Blanchflower is coming across to take. Just over 10 minutes of the second half gone, no score. Blanchflower with the free kick. And Allen. Well, that was a wonderful chance of getting a cup winner's medal in your pocket. Now Blanchflower, beaten by Kilmoyle. McKilmoyle to Keyworth, now to McClintock. Riley. Beautiful pass to Keyworth. And again, you notice the anticipation of McKilmoyle. Makes ground very quickly down the middle. Now Jones. Allen teeing it up for White. In comes Dyson. Well, now Spurs beginning to hit them in the second half. And it's now Leicester. Riley out to his skipper, Walsh. Appleton. That's Baker. Blanchflower. But now McKilmoyle. There's Cheeseborough going in front of him to Walsh. And the strong man Mackay coming clear. Up to Jones. And that's a foul. Jones nudged from behind by McClintock. When Jones is at top speed, he only needs a little touch and down he goes. Blanchflower to Mackay with the free kick. Did he touch it? No. The linesman says no, so it's a goal kick with no score. Gordon Banks, the Leicester City goalkeeper, also an England under-23 international, as indeed is the Leicester outside right, Howard Riley. Norman not too certain with that one. And Baker and Blanchflower coming to support him. Support not needed because White's in some open space. Into Jones. And a late tackle by Appleton, bringing down Jones. Free kick to Spurs. Baker up to Blanchflower. Baker. White coming onto the right wing. So Allen coming close. There's Allen. Into Jones. Smith. And McClintock saving it. And now Jones to number 8, White. Keyworth. To Chalmers. Walsh calling for a short one. That's Baker to White. White again. It's Appleton. Now McClintock to Riley. The linesman has flagged for a throw-in, but I suspect the referee has given a free kick to Leicester, tripped by Henry on Riley. McClintock to Riley with a free kick. And it's Dyson to Mackay. 15 minutes of the second half gone, no score. So we're half an hour, just 30 minutes away from extra time. Now Appleton to Walsh. Goal kick. Because the longer the game goes, the more Spurs will feel the advantage, because the Leicester players have got to do so much more running about with only 10 fit men. Cheeseborough. Kilmoyle there with it. To Chalmers getting into the act. Back now to Richie Norman. Morris Norman up to Mackay. Now Smith. King and Smith deciding to lie deep. Strange for him. Throw to Spurs. Blanchflower moving forward very cleverly. Dyson and McClintock. McClintock out to Cheeseborough. Now to Riley. Walsh. And Leicester, of course, trying to slow the game down a bit. Spurs trying to speed it up. The faster it is, the better it will be for Spurs. The worse for the handicapped Leicester. Dyson to Allen. Dyson. Back to Blanchflower. Now to number 10, Allen. Appleton. Now Cheeseborough beating Blanchflower, getting into McKilmoyle. Walsh. Henry to White. That's Jones. The referee right on the spot says that was a dive, it wasn't a trip. Now it's Henry deciding to come up and show his forwards how to do it. Dyson. Smith. Well, it's McClintock who finished up in the back of the net. Not the ball, so it's a goal kick to Leicester City. McClintock, I think, banged himself against the upright, limping, but he's all right. "20 minutes of the second half gone. No score. Now Cheeseborough. So given to Leicester by the linesman, but correctly to Spurs by the referee. The linesman, of course, couldn't see that it came off Cheeseborough. Now it's Kilmoyle. Hurried and harried there by Henry. Forced into a hurried shot, so it's a goal kick to Spurs. Spurs, of course, looking as if they're a bit worried about this double. They're certainly not playing as confidently as they did in so many league matches. After all, they are virtually playing against 10 men, but Leicester fighting magnificently. Now it's Richie Norman. Blanchflower. To Smith, number 9. McClintock to Riley. Cheeseborough going onto the right wing. Riley cutting inside for the first time. Almost catching Brown in 2 minds. And the crowd certainly warming to this brilliant fight by Leicester, whose defence won't be drawn out of position by these ever-switching Tottenham forwards. That's King. Blanchflower, forward to White, back to Blanchflower. Now to White again. These two play so much together, have a wonderful understanding. Banks out to Riley. That is the game slowed down now to conserve the Leicester energy. That looked like a push by Jones, right in the back of Riley. Free kick to Leicester. Now it's Keyworth. Smith to Jones. White being covered by King, and a throw to Leicester. McClintock into Appleton. McIlmoyle very sensibly coming back about 15 yards. Dyson to Jones. And it's out now to White. Smith is in the middle, the ball comes across. Smith, there's Dyson! And no wonder the Tottenham players hold their heads in their hands. Well, that was one time, one of the few times that Spurs have been able to open up this brilliant Leicester defence. You heard so much about the Leicester wing half-backs and the centre half. Even though the teams had to be disarranged, they played magnificently. Now it's White to Smith, across to Jones, now to Dyson. Now it's Allen. Dyson back there calling for it. Smith, he took that magnificently. A great goal, a beautiful goal. And Bobby Smith has put Spurs into the lead. There's Bobby Smith, England centre forward, the man who scored in every international he's played, number 9, putting Spurs in the lead, and that could well be it, because Leicester are really up against it now. It's Appleton. Kilmore. To White. To Smith, who's now the hero of the hour. Throw to Leicester. Chalmers into Kilmoyle. trouble is beginning to look a reality now. Spurs 1-0 in the lead. Just 20 minutes they've got to hold on now. And it's Jones, White on the right wing. And that's a measure of Tottenham's understanding. White to Blanchflower. Now to Baker. Now Riley. Into Cheeseborough. Now Riley, has he got the speed? Corner. Leicester, of course, have got to face the fact that Spurs must do most of the attacking. After all, 11 men against 10. Leicester have to rely on a quick breakaway to try and find a gap in the Spurs defence and go through to get this equaliser. Very difficult job. Now King has got up. Number 5, the tall centre-half, as Riley takes the corner. Free kick. Charge on the goalkeeper before he got the ball. Some of the Spurs supporters have now decided the game is all over because they started to sing quite heavily. The cup is going to Tottenham. Foul on White. These Leicester defenders now must be absolutely leg weary. It's Henry to take the free kick. Fair shoulder charge by Mackay. That's Maurice Norman to Blanchflower. To Mackay. Spurs beginning to play with their usual confidence now. Blanchflower. Allen. Spurs doing that in the passing. Give it in the same position, but trying to draw a defender. That's the object of it all. Try and create an opening. Throw to Leicester. But Leicester into Appleton. Now to Walsh. Stripped by Baker. And don't tell me Walsh is hurt. He's lying down holding his leg. Oh, the 29-year-old Scott, who's skipper of Leicester. Now, I wonder what all that is that they found on the pitch. Huh. Anyway, whatever it is, Alex Dowdles, the Leicester trainer, has got it as Richie Norman, the Leicester left back, takes the free kick. In comes McClintock. Well, certainly the Leicester City supporters way over to our left, not disheartened or downhearted at all. And whatever the result of this match, they've no cause to be downhearted about the display of their team this afternoon. Up against teams such as Spurs, they fought magnificently under an appalling disadvantage. Here's the disadvantage. Poor old Chalmers. Now it's Jones, Spurs. White calling for it, Smith on the right. There's Smith. And he wins a corner. This one doesn't look as if it's going to be a short corner. Dyson going to take it. The wind, remember, blowing the ball away from the goal. No, it is going to be the short corner. Blanchflower going over. take it too far. And Chalmers is now crawling almost on hands and knees. He's collapsed down again. I don't think he could even get up to get off the field, but he has got up. Well, there's Chalmers, number 2. What a brave fellow he's been this afternoon. Lester's throw. Now Mackay. Throw to Leicester City. He's got to go back. Spurs, of course, unbeaten in cup finals. They won in 1901, won in 1921. Of course, their supporters say they were due to win in 1941 when there was no competition. And now another 20 years, 1961. That's King. King to Richie Norman. Here's Chalmers. Now it's Smith inside to White, and out of Smith, number 9. In comes Dyson, he scored! And it's wonderful to see the police leap up and face the crowd as the ball goes into the net. 14 minutes left for play, and it now must all be over. Surely Spurs now 2 up, as you see, after 76 minutes. Just cannot lose this lead against 10 men. And the tragedy of that goal, it was almost made for them by Chalmers, who just couldn't get the ball away, and that put Spurs on the attack. And so, that elusive double now appears to have been done. Spurs, the league champions, appear now to be cup winners as well. Fantastic performance. Now it's Blanchard with White. Keyworth up to Walsh. Now Mackay to Henry. Mackay. Now down to Kilmoyle. Forward to Walsh, but it's Norman. Norman deciding to join in the fun. Dyson. It's Norman still moving up with the attack. And a foul by Allen, pushing Keyworth in the back. Now it's Walsh. Norman, splendid centre half. Blanchard of White to Jones. White, Jones now on that right wing. No, Allen rather. White to Blanchard. Free kick, obstruction. Now Tottenham play the relaxed, controlled football that any team can play when they're on top. And it's Blanchard. Goal kick. Henry to Mackay. White. Mackay. And Mackay is fouled, so it's a free kick to Spurs. We're just 10 minutes away from the end of this match. Spurs 2-0 in the lead. So it looks as if the League and Cup double has at long last been accomplished. The first time in modern history. First time since 1897. Now it's Smith. Dyson there. The flag's gone for offside against White. Free kick to Leicester. And I think Chalmers is going to go off the field. I'm not certain. They're trying to attract the referee's attention, and Chalmers, who's played such a brave part in Leicester's fight, now going to the dressing room. Must be a very sad man, Len Chalmers, getting deserved applause from all the 100,000 here. Let's hope he's able to come back and get the medal he so richly deserves. Throw to Leicester. Appleton, back to Richie Norman. All the noise you can hear now coming from the Spurs fans. Number 11, Cheeseborough. Keyworth to Riley. Spurs throw. That's Keyworth. Walsh. Leicester throwing everything into attack now. Riley. And it was Mackay who came in with that quick tackle. Now Jones. Fouled a couple of times by Cheeseborough. Tripped behind. Free kick to Spurs. That's Jones. McClintock to Walsh. To McClintock. Up to Riley. And Mackay quickly into the tackle. And now everything up in attack for Leicester, so Spurs can break away 4 forwards against 3 defenders. It's Allen. Toss to Jones. Dyson on the right. There's Dyson. Now McClintock. To number 9. McIlmoyle. To McClintock. Leicester certainly run themselves into the ground, and a gallant effort. And when we remember in history the wonderful record of Spurs in winning this cup and league double, I'm sure everyone will remember the magnificence of their very gallant opponents here at Wembley this afternoon. It's Smith. Oh, beautiful pass to Allen. Dyson on his right. Jones at the centre forward position, but offside. So Allen had to go through himself. It's up to Cheeseborough. Allen to White. To Kai. To White. Spurs, you know, just getting Leicester to chase now. Now it's the real chaser, Cliff Jones. Very rightly, Mr. Kelly is saying a goal kick. He knows all about these speedy wingmen who go flying through the air as the result of a perfectly fair tackle. Smith back to Blanchflower. Smith, White calling for it. It's White. Beauty. Appleton getting it out to Cheeseborough. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes away from the history-making Cup and League double. 5 minutes away from a fitting climax to a magnificent season by Tottenham Hotspur. Matchmark caught offside. That's it with just 300 seconds to go. And what a burst of cheering there'll be when Tottenham, the team of the season, do what no other club has done since 1897, when, of course, the double wasn't anything like as tough a proposition as it is today. Kilmoyle to McClintock. Riley beginning to cut inside. It's Riley. Out of play as the flag throw to Leicester City. It's Leicester's second appearance at Wembley, and it looks like their second defeat. And the applause which has broken out is for the Mexican team, which is just leaving. The team that will play England here next Wednesday, just leaving their seats and making their way to the exit, and the crowd sportingly applauding them. Keyworth to Walsh. Three minutes left. So even with a full team, one could never expect Leicester City to get 2 goals in 3 minutes. But now here's McClintock, and Norman is flat out. My goodness, he isn't. He's on his feet. Now Keyworth, and goal kick to Spurs, and Norman's just wandering around as if he'd had an argument with Floyd Patterson, but he's still fit enough, I should think, to keep on his feet for the next 2.5 minutes, which will mean a cup winner's medal for him. Now it's Jones. Out to number 10, Allen. And these Leicester defenders still fighting away as if they were in the lead, not Tottenham. Here's King. Centre half. Leicester throwing everything into it to try and get a goal. To Kilmoyle. At the goal kick. Very tired 10 players, but Kilmoyle, the Leicester players, but the crowd sportingly applauding them. Certainly it's, although no one can say that Spurs don't deserve to win the cup, everyone will have to recognise what a wonderful effort Leicester City have put up this afternoon. Most people said they had no chance before they started, but then to be reduced to 10 fit men, but still hold out until the 67th minute. It's been a magnificent performance. That's Smith to Jones. White's on the right wing. It's White, number 8. Smith. Out to Dyson. Henry. We're in the last minute now. Spurs 2-0 in the lead. Got 1.5 hands on the cup, so to speak. It'll be interesting to see what sort of fantastic scenes they're going to witness at Wembley when the whistle goes in about 30 seconds from now. With everyone wishing to pay tribute to this wonderful side which has done so much for English football this season, and we hope will do even more next season when they play in the European Cup and the European Cup Winners' Cup. Referee looking at his watch. The Tottenham fans know that it's there. Tottenham have done it. A magnificent performance. Tottenham Hotspur, the league champions, have won the FA Cup. And I should imagine that if they had to choose their opponents, there's one of the happy Tottenham fans. Well, who can blame them? There's the score. Spurs the winners. No one will deny them the honour of winning this double. They played so well all season. Put up a fantastic show, but let's spare a thought for these players, because, my goodness, they proved such worthy opponents, and there's some of the Spurs supporters wanting to come on and join in the fun, and the Metropolitan Police saying you can have all your fun with your pals in the paddock and the terraces. Here come the Spurs to receive their second trophy of the season. They received last week, the Football League Championship Cup, and now Danny Blanchard walks up to receive the FA Cup from Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Kent. And Danny Blanchard, a man who's won every honour in the game, must be a mighty proud man now. A great performance by Spurs. A proud moment for Mr. Beerman, trying to reach his hand out to Danny Blanchard, the Spurs chairman. First saw his club, then he was batting Danny Blanchard. First saw his club 60 years ago when Spurs first won the cup in 1901. There's Joe Brown receiving his medal. Danny Blanchard shows the cup to the delighted crowd. Ron Henry, well, he might look pleased because he's played such a magnificent part in this victory today. Maurice Norman, well, I think I'd do that too if I ever won one. Maurice Norman still seems a bit bemused by it all. Peter Baker, Les Allen, Johnny White, Cliff Jones, Teddy Dyson, one of the scorers, Bobby Smith the other, and Davy Mackay. But now it must be a great cheer for the really gallant losers, and that today is no cliche. A wonderful performance by Leicester City. It's McClintock, a fine right half, played so well at fullback, Ian King, and here's McIlroy, the young boy who got into the side so well. Banks, the goalkeeper. Howard Wiley, and nice to see Mr. Beerman, the Spurs chairman, congratulating every one of the Leicester players. Now, I didn't count them, but no, Chalmers didn't go up to get his medal. That really is a sad occasion that Chalmers didn't have the honour of receiving his medal. It's been taken for Mr. Kelly, the referee, who's done so well. There's two linesmen, Mr. New and Mr. Downey. And we can remember May the 6th, 1961 as an historic day. The usual 3 cheers. The delighted Spurs fans. So the results of the 1961 FA Cup final. The double has been achieved. There it is. That shall go down in history. The first time this century a team has won the league championship and the FA Cup. Spurs the winners. And the delighted Spurs players going to show the up to their equally delighted fans. But let's not forget the gallant lads going off to the left. And they'll get a fantastic reception, no doubt, from their fans. The wonderful losers going to their tread. They're the Leicester boys, deservedly getting a thunderous cheer, almost as great as Tottenham's.